right, guys, you guys ready? Guys ready for a paw soak? Okay. Go around. Here. Yes. Yes. Good, Sam. Okay. Wait. Koda. Koda. Sam, wait. Koda here. Yes. Yes. Good. Hold on. Good dogs. Hold on. Hi guys, hope you are all having a wonderful Sunday. I figured I would share what I've been doing as a way to make Epson Salt Soaks super easy with my dogs, which is I have just been utilizing what I already have, and at times that it really makes sense to do it. There's a lot of benefits to Epson Salt Soaks, especially if you have a dog who is allergy prone or has soreness or just is really active in general. Paw soaks are just wonderful. Like, all of the benefits of Epsom salt for dogs is really relevant. I also do it as a little bit of foxtail prevention, because that will also help if there is anything that's gotten caught in between their pads. It'll usually help kind of get that out a little bit. Now, back, good boy. Yes, wait. So the way that I've been doing this is I've just been using the baby pool. Now, if you're like, wow, Kari, you're making that look so easy. Yes, my dogs are very comfortable with the baby pool. This is in our own backyard. There's no distractions. There's a lot of benefits to how I'm doing this. This is only the second time I've done it this way, so they've only had a little bit of a repetition of this. But what I like about doing it at this time is we just got back from a 2-hour hike, and this pool the water is from yesterday, so it's been sitting in the sun and it's a little bit warmer, which means the Epsom salt is going to dissolve a little bit better. So I have a 10-minute timer. You can do 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm just having them do a paw soak after a hike. Especially Koda has been struggling. No, we gotta wait. Koda has been struggling with just some, I don't want to say blatant infections, but just kind of some irritation in between his pads. I do believe it's more allergy related, and then it gets irritated. So I've been treating that, and this is one of the ways I've been treating it. After I'm done with this also benefits because I will then clean out the tub, put fresh water in it, and then they can play in their baby pool for the day during the heat. But this just makes it really easy for me to be able to sit here and do both dogs at one time. It's already in the yard, it's already set up, instead of me having to do a lot of extra work. I also don't have a bathtub, so this is really, was considering getting like a container, just like a plastic container, which would also be a recommendation that I would do. Like, think one of the long Rubbermaid kind of containers. You could probably get those used. You probably actually already have some type of container. Another thing is a crate, like the base of a crate. It probably wouldn't be deep enough actually. But yeah, look around your house and see what you can do a paw soak in, but this has been working really well for me. And I would have cleaned out this baby pool anyway because the water is warm. There's, you know, grass and whatever else in it. So set a timer, we're at 7 minutes. Koda, no, come here. Good boy, Sam. You're perfect. Koda, get in the pool. Get in the pool. Wait. Let's Koda here. Good boy. Come on. That's nice. Just wait. And I do reward them pretty much the whole time just for hanging out in here. Sam is, as always, the most patient. Koda starts to get a little impatient and is like, I would like to play with a toy. Yes, I know you want to play, and we can play after this. But, oh, and then another thing that's really good to do, good boy Sam, wait, is to also kind of, this is a good way to check your dog's pads and check in between their paws and look for foxtails and things like that. The other benefit that I found with this, so I'm gonna pick up one of Koda's front. He's not in a perfect stand right now, but that's all right, is me taking my fingers and just kind of going through each pad, and then also just massaging to make sure that it's, you know, doing what it could and using the full benefits of the soak. The other thing that's great about this is 3-legged stands are actually really good for dogs to be making sure they're firing all of their muscles. So for Koda, 3-legged stands are something that we're doing anyway. So here's a great way where I'm just killing so many birds with one stone right now, which I love. All right, listen, life's busy, life's hard. Let's just make shit easier, shall we? All right. So it's like, cool. My dog's got a hike. They got that was enriching in itself. We hit every single component, emotional, mental, and physical. Now they're getting some treatment with their paws. They're getting a little bit of, rehab. They're gonna get some playtime, and then we are pretty much gonna chill for the rest of this Sunday. But highly recommend doing this as an Epsom salt soak, and I think honestly any dogs can benefit from this, but especially active dogs, especially senior dogs and allergy dogs. The also thing is, they're sitting here getting food and having to hold a weight. I'm working on a stand weight. We're not drinking it. Epsom salt is not toxic, but I do not let my dogs drink the water. And if they do lick their paws after this, that is okay. But I usually try to either wipe their pads or I'm gonna fill up the baby pool, so I'll put some fresh water in it. Good job. Good job. Very, very nice. So yeah, doing a three-legged, can I have that? Thanks. Three-legged stands. Wow, it's so nice. Wow, checking in between the paws. Good. That's nice. The other thing is, I know neither of them are happy about. Good boy, wait. Good boy, thank you. Neither of them are happy about this right now, specifically because the water's warm, which I don't blame them. But I think that is better for the Epsom salt to dissolve. So I've done it with the cooler water and I've done it with the warm water, but I can tell you they're probably both a little offended that this is the warm water. Nice, good job. You're doing a great job. We are 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Patience is a virtue, my friends. Patience is a virtue. We don't need to be doing something constantly, okay? Wait, good boy, Koda. That's good boy. I could also do a little bit of, I'm gonna have to meet a different angle. Okay, I could also do some other stretches while I'm here. So I could do like a little side to side action. Nice, there we go. Good job. Good job. Actually, I'd have them go just a little bit. You guys are cute. Right. Just having them stretch a little bit. Good. Touch. 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 I'm also, sometimes I work on a trick that I've been working on, and by I've been working on a trick, I mean I've worked on it twice, so it's fine. But that trick is that I want the dogs to do a chin rest together. Yes, for photo reasons. And Koda being I don't want to touch my brother. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get to them touching. Ooh, look, a butterfly. Hello, butterfly. We have seen so many butterflies today. It's been wonderful. I love a butterfly. Yes, Koda. Also, Koda doesn't have a good chin rest, so I guess, yes, if I address his chin rest, that would probably be better. Good job. Also, you guys, we gotta set a timer. Oh, no. Good boy, back. Appreciate you also not biting the jalapeno flies. 2 minutes left. Good job, my dudes. We're doing great. Yeah, this is why we set a timer, because otherwise, we all think time goes by way faster than it actually does. So it's great for me to have the timer, and that holds me accountable for how long we're doing it. And then we're gonna play, and then you guys can play in your pool, okay? You're being very good, very patient, very patient. Anytime you can work on patience or impulse control with your dog, it's great. And sometimes there's food, sometimes there's not food. For this one, because I'm really asking them to stay still, because I want it to be a positive experience, because this isn't the normal association they have with the baby pool, it's important that I reward. Good job. It's very nice. That's very good. That is just most excellent. And also for Sam, this water also really helps me see anything that's on his coat too. Since he's kind of a black void, it's great to be able to see things a little bit better. But yeah, both of their pads are looking pretty good. Oh, and then I've also been using, I'm very bad about being consistent with paw stuff, I'll be honest with you. It's not my as my vet said, she's like, I think you're probably better than most people and you're giving yourself a hard time. I'm like, yeah, no, but I really could be better. I'm also using a spray on the bottom of their feet to help build up the strength of their pads. So I'm not thinking of the name of it right now, but I am using that since we're getting into more summer hiking season. And because we do walk around town and on concrete and on asphalt, I want to make sure that that layer of their paw, dogs' pads should be soft. They shouldn't be cracked and dry, and that'll also help with grip on surfaces as well. So that's another thing that I'm doing for their paw care right now, is making sure I'm spraying, and you're supposed to spray it like 2 or 3 times a day. I'm at like once a day, maybe right now. Good job, Koda, being very patient. Good job. Oh, 14 seconds left. Wow, we did it, my boys. Break, release, hold up. Good job. Good job. And so now I will clean out the pool and let them have it back as their playtime. Ready?